For decades, cattle marketing followed the same path. Ranchers loaded cattle onto trucks, hauled them to sale barns, exposed them to stress, sickness, and transportation costs, and uncertainty, all in the hopes of finding the right buyer at the right price. And this company asked a simple question: what if buyers could sell cattle without cattle ever leaving the ranch? That idea sparked a revolution. Today, millions of head of cattle are marketing through a system that reduces stress on livestock, lowers costs for producers, expands buyer reach, and helps create stronger market prices through true competition. This is a story of innovation, trust, and a company that challenged the status quo of an entire industry. This is a story of superior livestock auction, and this is a BulkLoads feature.
I've been with Superior since it started. My family's actually the one that started Superior.
Really?
Back in 1986.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And where are you based out of?
Well, I originally lived in Colorado, and it was called Odal Auctions at the time. And then when we merged with Buddy Jeffers in, I think it was 88 or 9, we formed Superior Livestock, and we worked out of the stockyards for years until we moved out here to this facility, here just a few years ago. My dad and I don't know if he was probably a friend at that time. He was a buyer, but they had sold some calves from Walden, Colorado, that traveled all the way to Brush, Colorado. So I mean, you're traveling over the Continental Divide and
Yes, sir.
all the way to eastern Colorado to sell this set of calves that, and we got them every year at the sale barn. Well, for 2 years in a row, one of the neighbors in Walden would buy the heifers to take back home to breed. So they hauled them all the way to Brush, Colorado, put them on a truck, and hauled them all the way back to Walden to end up literally 5 or 10 miles from where they started.
Yeah.
So my dad and Dave Waylard at that time said, there's got to be a better way to do this. Less stress on the cattle and health reasons and everything else. And so that's where the idea of the video business came to fruition. The camera that I carried literally cost more than the outfit I was driving. So I traveled a lot filming cattle, and I mean, we were filming everything on broadcast quality 3/4 inch tape when we first started. And then Super VHS, and then the little tapes, and yeah, now we're down to doing it on your phone and emailing, and
Wow.
It's just pretty phenomenal how the technology has changed all of this.
What's different about Superior is that the cattle actually stay on your ranch when you sell them. So instead of us having all that added overhead of transporting the cattle to market just to sell them one time, and then adding a stop where those cattle shrink on the truck, they defecate, perspirate, urinate, do all those good things that cattle do when they get on a truck. And then when they get to the sale barn, cattle also tend to commingle with other cattle from different areas. And I don't have kids right now, but I've heard the first day of preschool is always fun because everybody gets sick.
Yep.
And everything spreads like wildfire and like disease.
Yeah.
So we're able to avoid those two deals.
We're bringing the market to your ranch and keeping the cattle there until they have to ship for delivery and till a price that you really want and want to take.
And then also the fact that our cattle that we sell are still at the ranch. If you are not happy with the price you get for your cattle on auction day, let's say there's obviously ebbs and flows in the market. Some days are down, some days are up. Traditionally, you'd have to take those cattle home on a truck, incur and absorb those transportation costs yourself. With us, we give you the option to PO or no sell those cattle that week and roll them over to another auction that we have, or you can just take them off completely for a small fee. We're giving the buyers and sellers more power, just like any regulated exchange. We believe that more bidders, more buyers adds liquidity and aids in the facilitation of price discovery. Why would you not want to market it to the largest buyer base and seller base in the United States?
Right.
The way that we are able to guarantee that our customers get paid and that checks don't bounce, which traditional traditional barns use things like LMA and a bunch of other stuff. There's ways to do it, but trading in the country, there's always inherent risk.
Right.
I don't know if that check's good. I don't know if that guy actually has funds. I don't know if that guy's going to pay me.
Right.
Here, one of the main objectives and goals of us at Superior is we need to manage our custodial account. So it's not our money. We're in custody of that money for our buyers and sellers, and we have to make sure we manage the float and how much money is coming into that account and how much money is leaving it. In doing that, for that many years, we built up a decent nest egg. No, it's not our money.
Right. Where do you think that the most growth has happened? Has it been on the just technology side of things, or?
It's hard to say what caused all of the growth, but I can tell you that the primary reason that we have been successful that Superior was successful before our ownership and after is the relationship that the rancher has with the local rep. We tend to think of, and I'll have to admit that before I got involved in Superior, I thought of a big national company that was probably hard to even break into to get to deal with. And as it turns out, I'm a small cattle owner, and I sell my cattle on Superior. And we're just as local as your local rep, which we have 400 of them. And if you want to come to work here and you don't love this business and this lifestyle, you probably won't be successful. Just because you won't like it, you won't stay, because it's hard work. It's a lot of long hours. A lot of effort goes into doing the best that we can for our customer, and that occurs on a daily basis. But it's they say find something you love to do, you'll never work another day in your life, and I think that's true of everyone that works at Superior.
We always start out with Ralph Wade, world champion auctioneer.
The boys are just weighing 540 now. Let's go here. 96 here, 96 and here, 96. Yes, sir. Hereford, Charolais, Angus, Brown, Swiss cross, 4-weight cross bulls, what a polygrow is, and I'll guarantee they will get big as a barn, gain 5 pounds a day and 6 at night. And $96 and a half, $96 here, 96 and a half.
How long have you been auctioneering over here, sir?
For Superior?
Yes, sir.
Since 1987.
I'm noticing a theme here that once folks get on, they decide that this is the place to be at.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, I've watched it grow from the beginning. Actually started in January of '87 at the National Western Stock Show in Denver was the very first sale. And I was there at the very first sale. A lot of people that were skeptical about Superior, and they, hey, as soon as the market breaks, that'll be the end of Superior. It was the opposite. When the market broke, everybody was looking for a different type of way to market cattle, a better way to market cattle. I mean, it just took off. When you look at the total numbers of cattle and the numbers of cattle that we sell every year, the percentage is very small. And so, I mean, of the total numbers of cattle that are marketed, over the whole country. So there's so much room to grow. There's so many people out there that we still need to reach, and ranchers that we need to take this concept to, that can be an advantage to them, that, a good thing all the way through.
Yeah.
And, we've got a big job to do for a long time to come yet. So our biggest thing is now we're looking for these young people, us old timers here. We're trying to train them. They're pretty trainable, most of them, but we run into one once in a while. But really, the young, that's what we need now, is we need young people that want to get into the marketing industry, into the agriculture industry, that can, carry this forward.
We have a network of over 400. We call them reps to someone who isn't, around our industry. Think of them as a broker. They facilitate the exchange of cattle on our behalf and on a customer's behalf.
So we got bid lines right here.
Okay.
Working. People call in from all over. We answer. Sometimes, probably 80% of the time, we know who they are because we talk to them every sale,
Right.
And then the two platforms in front of the bid lines is click to bid, and people are bidding online. And so that's where the auctioneer and the block man and everybody else can see up there. But we stay back here, work the bid lines. Say your cattle selling at 8:30, I'll call you about 8:15, give you a market update, letting you kind of know how everything's rolling through. And then I'll call you, 5 minutes before your lot's up, and we'll get after it. Sell the cattle for April 10 to 30 delivery. I call the rancher and say, hey, when would you like to ship them? And they say, we want to ship April 21st. So I call the buyer, I tell them, hey, April 21st, Farwell, Texas, 7:30 a.m. Palmer County cotton growers. He'll send a truck, have it there. We line up loading the cattle, weighing the cattle, getting them on the road with health papers, everything else like that.
Man, so you guys really facilitate everything aside from raising that cattle and then getting it to that next guy. You guys really are the middleman for the entire process.
Yeah, correct. And that's what, and the biggest thing is, what a lot of people don't understand, is we have to work both sides.
We're responsible for them after we get them sold. We got to make sure the buyer's happy.
Yeah.
And so that's what, on sale day we're working for the seller, but on delivery day you're really working for the buyer. Our main goal is when we come to your ranch, you don't even know we're there. And we really just step in when we got to, and to make things right or cut one off or this and that. But I mean, we go get the truck, we weigh them empty, we bring them to your ranch, you're pinning them, you get them pinned up. I give the numbers to the truck driver, we load them, go weigh them. I mean, we're done 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you got a check headed to the bank that you can cash.
I worked at stockyards, I wouldn't have believed it, because I love selling cattle high. That's my adrenaline. Okay.
We're Superior reps, sell customers cattle. We go around the country. We cover several states, so we have to split up a lot of times. We try to work together as much as we can, but as many cattle as we sell, we got to split up. Just like tomorrow, he's going to load 2 loads of cattle at Ringwood, Oklahoma, and I'm going over to Stillwater to load a load.
So how many cattle? You said the amount of cattle that you guys sell. How many roughly is that?
What do we 40 some?
40
to
over 40,000 a year.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Between us two and then Steve Dietrich.
So you mentioned earlier that you really didn't want him to get started.
Exactly, because it to be successful, you can sell as many as you want, but to be successful, it takes a lot away from your family life. And without that woman at home, Trudy, I couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So get a little emotional, but
well, I mean, that's the backbone of the family right there.
And now he's got one. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. I'm wanting him to put a ring on it because I want grandkids. Okay.
Yeah.
But without those two at home, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, nothing gets done without.
They don't get enough credit. So it's a team effort at the end of the day.
Yes.
Truthfully.
I got out of college and I've worked on Oklahoma City stockyards for 15 years. Matter of fact, the company I work for now owns Superior, National Commission Company. So I had some of the best teachers in the industry taught me how to do this. So
it seems like you're doing the teaching now.
Well, I don't know about that, but and prior to that, I worked for the guy that started Superior Livestock, Jim Odell. I started working for him when I was 14 for an FFA project. A lot of people will call us and say, I don't have enough for a load. Steered heifers. Got 53 and 63, not a full load, okay? And I say, that's not a problem. We could sell 53 head. What we do, we put a big freight adjustment on there, and we stand half of it because we want to get them sold as high as we can. If you ever listen to my voicemail, it'll pretty much tell you. So call me and you'll see what I'm saying. But on a split load here, what they're doing is they're trying to get at least a minimum 48,000 up to 52, 54. We load a lot of 56,000 pound loads, whatever the truckers are good with. So that's that. A lot of times we'll check weight cattle, but they're off the base weight. We'll go out and look at them and tell you what we think they weigh. And back in Oklahoma City, when we went out to a guy, because they weighed the cattle after the ring, if I missed a set of cattle 5 pounds, I wasn't doing my job. So you kind of get an eye for it. He's actually outdone me the last 2 or 3 days. So anyway, so then we sell by the pound. So that 425 is by the pound.
We'll see y'all before too long, and I really appreciate it.
What are we loading here today?
We got 1 load of red Angus. We already loaded 3 loads of the black Angus. So we'll do his red Angus steers here. He's got his daughter with him. They're bringing the truck in, and we'll back up to this chute. We'll sort and load 60 head out here, so you guys get to see that. I was born and raised in Brush, Colorado. Feedlot, ranch. We fed our own cattle. And when I got out of college, I came to Oklahoma City and worked on the stockyards for National Commission Company, which now owns Superior Livestock. but I started with Jim Odell. Heck, I started with him when I was 14. Jim Odell knew what he was doing. And he started out, the people on the western slope of Colorado were taking such a big hit, you know, by where they were, shipping and all that kind of stuff. That's why Jim Odell had the idea of doing this. Video those cattle, put them up. At that time, big old satellites, you know. I love selling cattle high. That's my adrenaline, okay? That's why I'm still doing it at my age. I'm still having fun. I always tell everybody, when I quit having fun, I've got 1,000 head of cows at home and a wife that would probably rather have me home most times to work. But I couldn't do it without my wife and my son, and he stepped into the business with me. But yeah, it'll put more money in a producer's pocket than any other way by selling on Superior Livestock, because you don't have the trucking, you don't take the shrink. You go to town, you're going to take more shrink. This gentleman right here is 2% shrink. You saw him gather his cattle. We'll go in there and we'll sort them. We're going to load them. 2% shrink.
That's a lot better versus running these into the sale barn and then.
Plus, they have to pay for their trucking going to the sale barn.
Yeah.
The buyer pays the trucking
at $5 fuel.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to borrow a lot of money to buy cattle, you know. They're this high. I've had them go down, you know, they can go down. And it's a scary deal. You know. When I first started, that load of cattle right there would cost, say, 50 cents. You sold them at $30,000. You sell them, and that load of cattle now is worth $180,000. Can you believe that? And I'll tell you what, blow. I also raise wheat, which I hate to admit it, but the wheat's the same price as it was when I started. Now that don't work.
No, that math doesn't.
So this is what we live off of and pay the bills. But I need wheat to run cattle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a wheat farmer. Don't say it very loud. I'm really a cattleman. But.
And these are going to end up in Bloomfield, Nebraska?
Bloomfield, Nebraska, to one of my best friends, Mark Miller.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a small world. So
these are going to go to a feedlot there?
Yes.
Okay.
He's probably one of the largest program buyers in the cattle industry. He's an amazing young man. You go to his facility, it's like state of art. I mean, it's unreal. I wrote one for $3 million, a little over $3 million last week. Took it to the bank. We were done loading cattle. Oh, it was after lunch, but I mean, we got done loading cattle about 11. Went in and ate. Wrote them a check. They had it in the bank by 1 o'clock. $3 million check, and it was good. And we hadn't got. This is how good Superior is. That money hadn't even got there from the buyer yet. Okay.
So you're floating that before you even.
That's how stout Superior Livestock is. I've got people that I've sold cattle for some ranches for 40 years. They trust me. They're like family, you know, instead of customers.
So it's still very much a relationship business.
Very much so. Me, my son, Steve Dietrich, we got another kid up home, Andy Wilson. One of us is at every delivery. That's one thing we do. I like being there. I like visiting with people.
Yeah, you get to know everything.
Relationship. So here's the beauty of it.
There you go. That's what I.
Done deal.
Done deal.
Can you imagine what those 3 loads of cattle?
It's unreal this year. Hang on.
$720,000.
That's incredible. That's 3 semi-loads?
Yeah, 3 semi-loads, $721,000.